Following on from last week's vitamin B complex lab test video, today we have 18 vitamin B12 brands under the microscope. We've got Now Foods, Pure Encapsulations, bulk supplements and Nutricost, to name only a few. And boy do we have some shocking results for you today. Only 10 out of the 18 products tested actually received a pass, but even some of those had issues. And of the 8 brands that failed testing, 2 contain ZERO B12. So if you're currently taking a B12 supplement or are thinking about taking one, then you must watch this video if you want to avoid being ripped off. All products were HPLC tested in order to identify the actual amount of B12 present compared to the declared amount listed on the label. Anything under 95% of a label claim results in a fail, as does anything exceeding 150% of a label claim. Now, some brands do purposely add little extra in order to ensure products meet label claims throughout the shelf life. However, these overage amounts need to be within an acceptable range, otherwise dosing the product accurately can end up being an absolute lottery. Now, with most supplements, I personally prefer to see overage amounts limited to 10% over the label claim. However, in my experience, there's only a few brands that appear to dose this accurately on a consistent basis. So I'm afraid this is an industry-wide problem. Now, one last thing before we get on to those results that you may not be aware of is that there's actually 4 forms of vitamin B12. The preferred natural form for supplements is methylcobalamin, while the less bioavailable synthetic form known as cyanocobalamin is often used in budget products. The other 2 forms are adenosylcobalamin, which supports and protects mitochondria and is sometimes paired with methylcobalamin, and lastly hydroxycobalamin, which is most often administered by injection under medical supervision. So let's get straight to it and kick things off with the product in last place, and that honour goes to high-dose B12 tablets from NextDia. Each tablet contains a whopping 10,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin, or so customers thought, because what they actually received was 0 micrograms. That's right, these scumbags at NextDia will take your money and give you nothing in return. So if you were unlucky enough to have purchased this brand, just bin it and spread the word to anyone that might benefit. And I'm afraid there's no improvement from the scammers running our next brand, MonoHerb. These cowboys also think it's funny to take your money and give you some inert fillers in return. That's right, the product's veggie caps contain no detectable B12 at all. Same advice, bin them and warn others. It's a rather pricey brand, Pure Encapsulations, up next with their B12 liquid drops. Now, this product has some serious issues. Firstly, the label claims it contains 1,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin per serving. However, testing confirmed that it actually only contained 139 micrograms. Inexplicably, however, it did contain an additional 1,379 micrograms of B12 in the hydroxycobalamin form. Go figure. This degree of mislabeling and dosing negligence is inexcusable and has subsequently earned this company a place on my forthcoming brands blacklist. Look out for that video coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed. And it's the cereal scammers from A Squared Nutrition up next with their B12 liquid drops. 5,000 micrograms is the claimed serving size, however the product was found to be heavily underdosed, providing just 2,793 micrograms, just over half what unsuspecting customers thought they were paying for. My advice, stay well away from this brand, irrespective of the product they're peddling. Next we have B12 lozenges from Seeking Health. Now hopefully customers weren't seeking value for money, because they certainly won't be getting it from this brand. The label claimed 2,000 micrograms of B12, however testing revealed that the lozenges only contain 1,362 micrograms, all of an undisclosed ratio of hydroxycobalamin and adenosylcobalamin. This is not a brand I would trust. It's the brand Vegan Safe up next with their B12 liquid drops. The label claimed 2,500 micrograms of an undisclosed ratio of methylcobalamin and adenosylcobalamin. Testing confirmed the product to contain only 87% of the listed amount, so again, another significant and unacceptable underdose. Next up, we have the very popular economy brand Bulk Supplements with their B12 soft gels. The label claimed 5,000 micrograms of synthetic cyanocobalamin per soft gel, however testing revealed that they only contained 89% of this amount, which is a significant shortfall resulting in a fail for this cut price product. Last of the fails up next, and this time it's the Costco brand Kirkland with their quick dissolve B12 tablets. The label claimed 5,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin per tablet, however testing revealed it contained just 4,660 micrograms. Not massively underdosed, so for some the low price point might still make this product an attractive buy. However, it's the excessive level of fillers that would ultimately put me off. Which is the perfect segue into my unashamed promotion of a longevity supplement brand, Do Not Age. Now they may not offer a B12 product, however everything they do sell contains zero fillers and flow agents, is very accurately dosed, and each new batch of product is third-party lab tested for purity before going on sale in order to ensure that it's the absolute highest quality on the market, bar none. And now you can buy these premium longevity supplements at exactly the same price I pay using my exclusive 10% discount code. I don't settle for anything but the best where my supplements are concerned, so why should you? And this code will work for all products including subscriptions and special offers. Enjoy. Up next is the first product to receive a pass, and that's the B12 Cherry Liquid Drops from the brand Why Not. The label lists 5,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin per serving, with testing revealing 5,100 micrograms present. However, a second test of the same product but different batch revealed only 4,794 micrograms per serving. Well, this was still within our underdose limit. And we have more B12 liquid drops next, this time from the brand Vimergy, with their methylcobalamin adenosylcobalamin combination supplement. The label claimed 2,500 micrograms per serving, with testing revealing 2,510 micrograms. The only negative I have is the lack of information regarding the ratio of methylcobalamin to adenosylcobalamin. Low-dose cyancobalamin tablets from the brand Mason Natural up now. The label claims each tablet contains 50 micrograms, with testing revealing 54.2. So no dosing issues here. However, the use of synthetic B12 and an excess of fillers prevents me from recommending this product, although it may have some potential use for those seeking a very low dose B12. It's Nature Made with their B12 soft gels under the spotlight now. Not the most reliable brand in my experience, with dosing inaccuracies seemingly a recurring issue. This time the product was found to be overdosed by 44.7%, so just within our 50% overage limit. Lastly, the soft gels contain gelatin, so not suitable for vegans or vegetarians, and the product also uses synthetic cyancobalamin, so it may be a pass, but there's not much to entice me here. Next up, we have the ever popular brand Nutricost with their B12 veggie caps. The label claims each veggie cap contains 5,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin. This was found to be reasonably accurate, with testing revealing 5,335 micrograms. Capsule fillers are at an acceptable level, and the price of this product is attractive enough to make it worth considering by those on a budget. And by the way, the lowest online price for this product is from iHerb.com. Micro ingredients up next with their strawberry flavoured chewable tablets. These used the preferred methyl B12 and exceeded the 2,500 microgram label claim by 292 micrograms. Fillers used were acceptable for this type of product, and the price seems reasonable, so no issues here, other than the fact that I hate buying supplements in a bag. It's the super popular brand Now Foods up next with their high dose B12 lozenges. Now the label claims 5,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin, however the product delivers considerably more, almost 40% more in fact, with each lozenge containing 6,980 micrograms. Now although this is a higher overage than I'm generally comfortable with, if you're looking for a high dose B12 lozenge from a quality brand, this is probably not a bad choice. Next up we have the value brand Super Nutrition with their cherry flavoured lozenges. The label claims 5,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin per lozenge, and the product exceeds this by a little over 30%, actually delivering 4,077 micrograms per lozenge. The product does also contain a little B6, folate and biotin, which may be a bonus for some and an issue for others. Tablet fillers were fine, and the very economical price point makes this B12 product a very attractive buy for those looking for a high dose option. And today's runner-up is another product from Now Foods, this time with their high-dose B12 veggie caps. The label claims each capsule contains 5,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin, and the product exceeds this by a sensible 14%, delivering 5,689 micrograms. All in all, this is a solid product, although it could still be improved with the removal of those unnecessary capsule fillers. Now Foods, are you listening? Today's winner is a firm favourite of mine, and that's the Instant Dissolve B12 micro tablets from Superior Source. These tiny tablets use a superior methyl form of B12 with a label claiming 1000 micrograms per tablet. However, testing found them to contain 37% more than this, delivering 1372 micrograms per tablet, which is not really an issue with such a moderately dosed product. I actually use this as my B12 supplement of choice, and I can personally testify to the fact that these tiny lozenges dissolve instantly under the tongue and have a pleasant taste. The only fillers present are what's necessary in order to form the tiny tablets, although micro pellets would probably be a better description. Bottom line, if you're looking for a moderately dosed B12 product, then you will not find better than this. Now, as regular viewers will know, I eat animal products daily, so my B12 supplement requirements are pretty low, which is why I find this moderately dosed product perfect for my needs. Currently, I use just 2 tablets per week, with blood testing confirming healthy B12 levels. Many thanks for watching, and as always, take care, be healthy, and I'll see you again soon.